What is up, guys, and welcome back. Today we have a 1v1 arena match. In the red, we have Vlad, the impaler of your mom. And he is playing as the Poles, one of his favorite civs to play as. And Vlad is from Australia. His 1v1 is about 900. In the gray, we have Ugito. Ugito is playing as the Mongols. He is from Russia, and his ranked is about 950 Elo, so pretty similar in Elo points. I have some juicy drama to share after the game. There was some in-game chats and screenshots of those chats that happened after the game, which you couldn't normally see, but I'll read them at the end. But we'll get to that soon enough. Let's speed it up a little bit and get to the meat and potatoes of what's going on here. So, if you've ever played as Mongols or against Mongols, you know that they're an extremely powerful civ, especially on Arena. It allows them to boom up and just really get those castles and Megadai production or siege that's extremely fast and just go bonkers. Well, the Poles are a relatively new civ. They don't have the same reputation as the Mongols, but they're also a powerhouse, especially on Arena. You can ignore gold for the majority of the beginning of the match and just go straight on stone and just get that that gold and stone income coming in at the same time, and then you can drop castle after castle after castle. Both players are in feudal now, and Vlad is now in castle. So Vlad is dropping his first castle at home. A lot of times when I watch him play, he'll drop that on somebody's face, but he chose to protect his home base in this matchup. Something else that I've said plenty of times, but in case anyone does not know, if you build a farm after you've built your folkwork and your farm is within the tiles nearby of the folkwork, you automatically collect 10% of the food from the farm. So it's like an immediate little food spike that you get. So gray is going with outposts everywhere. So this is what red can see, which he's done a good job scouting, but this is his limited visibility. Now let's go to what gray can see. And he's done a pretty good job scouting too, but look how much more line of sight he has with all of these outposts. Now, outposts are one of those things that lower elo, and I'm not saying that 1,000 is, or 900 is really that high. It's not, but it's about mid-grade. But that's what people that aren't extreme noobs will do. They'll build outposts, maybe not this many, but just to get an idea of what's going on. Knowing what your opponent's doing, knowing what their plan is, what type of units they're creating, what type of production buildings they're creating is really huge. And red is really, you want to talk about a ballsy mining camp. I mean, if red had any kind of military right now, he could get some free villagers. But he has limited line of sight, no outposts, doesn't look like he has any of the upgrades for visibilities either. So he actually does not see that. He sees the scout, but does not see the villagers. Ugito hitting castle quite a bit later than Vlad, but still doesn't seem like to be any issue because red wasn't pressuring him or anything. Red doesn't have 3 TCs up. So Vlad does see that the castle's being dropped. He drops the castle with zone, sending some villagers over to do that. And like I said, he's been abusing the stone because why not versus, just collecting one resource. He had a forward castle and a forward university from gray. No new TCs at home or anything yet. Building one here. So, but Red's been on 3 TCs for a while now. Second castle up for Red. And let's check out the economy. Red is currently at 53 villagers. Ghetto is at 33. So that's a 20 villager difference. And it's huge. And part of that is just Red having 3 TCs up for much longer than Gray. Now, Gray does have 3 TCs up now, but like I said, it took a while for him to get the castle. So, Gray did build a monastery somewhere. I just heard it. There it is. He's going to start creating monks to collect these relics. Something that's really important on 1v1s. These castles can just to fire back and forth. And you might be wondering why I'm speeding it up. It's because this is a rather longer game, and I don't want to bore you guys with some of the less exciting portions, so I figured I'd save you the trouble and do the speeding up. And when we get to something going on, I will slow it down as Red drops another TC. Now, I don't mind the forward monastery. You can build some monks in case you're getting attacked by, you know, knights or something. You can build monks and get relics. But I'd really like to see... Okay, thank goodness. The relic secured safe back inside of Gray's base. Leaving him here is just exposed and dangerous. And Gray, he wants that stone. So both players are going to want that stone. Vlad, because of getting that bonus of stone and gold as poles. But the Mongol player has got to get enough stone to really get up all the castles he wants to produce Mangadai or whatever the case might be. But Vlad is an Imperial Age now, and that does not bode well for Ugedo. I mean, this is a booming economy. And ultimately, I think that the economy portion is going to be what saves Vlad's butt. Gray really sending a lot of villagers forward to get this stone. Looks like still on just 3 TCs back home. Not collecting his own stone back home. No, he wants to collect... Well, he is here, but he wants to collect the stone over here.
He's doing bad.
And he collected the stone over here already. Trebuchet's now out for Red. And that castle goes down. And now Red is starting to build some military. So, usually, when you're playing as Poles, you're going to go the discounted knights. You might go all full-in winged hussars. Or you might go Obuk, the unique unit. Those are some of the most common options. But let's go to, there we go, Poles. The Poles do have a pretty decent archer line as well. Like if you want to get Arbalest, I think the only one missing, yeah, 1 archer upgrade for the armor. So pretty good archer sip too. And I don't think Red, or really hardly anyone, really expect Arbalest. Now, this is just killing me how cramped this up. Like, let's get another mining camp over here. Ugeto's inside of Imperial Age as well. Both players really just content to boom right now. Ugeto has one castle back home, a second castle going up, and enough stone for another one. Did lose his forward castle, but it is what it is. Lots of economy. Destroying a couple outposts. Gray quickly walling in his villagers with production buildings. 2 stables and a barracks. Here we have the winged hussars. Not to be confused with the regular hussar that has wings as well, or the Magyar hussar, which also has wings. Though I have to say, I think the Polish winged hussar, or I guess the Lithuanians get them too, but just the winged hussar unit itself is really a gorgeous unit. And what a fascinating history behind the original unit as well. So, some more stables, more siege workshops. Red's going to use a trebuchet and a couple of hussars to try and get through this barracks here. Have access at all these villagers. But unbeknownst to Red, Gray has a crap ton of siege onagers that absolutely murk units, including the winged hussars, if you're not careful. Ooh, that was close. Red almost slipped in down here.
Amrmindu.
All those villagers went down. So things are looking pretty good for Vlad right now. Got quite the army. I apologize if I seem a little bit mentally slow right now, or like moments of silence. I had a 14.5-hour day, I think it was, at work. Got stuck late because somebody wanted to call us and tell us there was reports of a guy with a rifle at the mall, and supposedly shots were being fired. Turned out to be 110% completely wrong. That was not the case at all, but it still delayed a lot of things and kept me at work a lot longer than I wanted to be, really. Some big shots, some real big shots with these siege onagers taking out these winged hussars. One siege onager goes down, 2, 3 of them go down. And the winged hussars don't cost any gold, so these are some big losses for Red. Bringing his Arbalest army up now. Trebuchet is going down. And Gray added in Step Lancers. Elite Step Lancers. 26 right now. These guys do insane amount of damages, especially when you get them bunched up in groups. The villager count right now is 94 for Yeto and 126 for Vlad. And look at all these stables. 24 stables. That is a ton of stables. Having that many production buildings is great though. Oh man. Jeez. You see how many arbalists went down there? Oh, what the heck. There was probably 60 arbs out here before. Arbs going down left and right. Light cav or winged hussars going down. Trebuchets going down. And what is this? Red was at Gray's doorstep. Here we got siege onagers, we got siege rams, which are so much faster as Mongols. And Gray's out here with steppe lancers, ready to fight. And some camels. Only thing saving Red right now is the fact that he's got 24 freaking barracks and a crap ton of farmers. Vlad adding in even more stables, 24 apparently not being enough. You see these winged hussars though holding up pretty well, especially in larger numbers. They do have the ability to get trample damage, which I don't know if it shows on here. Yeah, I don't know if you got it or not. Gray ended up pulling back his siege rams here, staging them by the castle. Look at all those. 59 winged hussars. But it's a fatal funnel, it's a choke point. And just like that, almost an entire army mopped up. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Just a few left in the base now. Red getting some great value out of this winged hussar. 2 siege onagers went down. He'll now start attacking villagers on the wood line, gets a kill. We're going to speed it up here as Red just pours in a steady stream of winged hussars, looking for any way in. Actually a hole right here to get in before Red realizes that's a hole. Red looking for any way in. Does get in. But there's 2 fully garrisoned TCs and 2 castles. Easily cleaning up the ones that got in. Gray has a lot of heavy camel riders. Gray pushing back Red for now. And red actually did get another Arbalest army. Not as large, but 34 of them. Crazy amount of farms. Gray moving back to the rear wood line. Nice and safe. And red's gonna try to get in there again. Wanting gray to follow him. Wants to fight with the arrows protecting him. "29 stables now. And here we go. Another engagement. Vlad trying to be fancy. Still loses a ton to several big shots. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. So many expensive Arbalists getting mopped up by Siege Onager. But the Winged Hussars are in here on the flank, attacking the Siege Rams, trying to get them shut down. Gray looking to get some value with his siege. Wants to attack production buildings. Take out at least one stable. Red adding in some pikes now to help combat the Steppe Lancers. And Ugetto has a 5,000 point lead on the score. 21,000 to 16,000. As most of his plays have been very defensive, which works out in his favor, but also he's gotten some massive shots with the Siege Onagers that just were potentially game-changing stats. Still trying to get in through here. A Treb coming forward for red, as well as his own Siege Rams. I don't think Gray expected that. Trying to wall it back in. Now you have a Treb, Rams, and Winged Hussars all trying to take out a castle. Let's see. 28, so it must be a lost one. And there is Gray with the traditional Winged Hussars.
Offside.
That castle is dangerously low. Down to 8 hit points. 8 hit points. Freaking nuts. And now it will go back up with Gray repairing it. And what a bloodbath. Red chasing these rams. And when you look at the fog of war, you gotta appreciate that he has a decent field of view. Gray had a better one, but lost all the outposts. So now it's no man's land. That castle does go down. Winged Hussars are in. Interestingly enough, did not use the siege there. Appears to be frozen inside of the town centers. Red attacking this monastery does eject the relics. Still trying to get in. And Gray re-garrisoning his relics to continue getting resources. However, he needs to really ungarrison a couple of these town centers. Red in once again. Ejects the relics again. Takes out a TC. Does a pretty good job against all these pikes. Red leading Gray on a wild goose chase. And it's crazy to think that the player with the 7,000 point lead is actually in the defensive, not as good position to be in. Wants to take advantage of getting his town centers back. And Red teching into the champion line, which looked like the longsword slash legion from Age of Empires 1. Could use a refresh of the lumber camps there. But overall, pretty good. And just like that, Red is back in. Craziness. These rams are not as good as the Mongol rams. They're not as fast, but they just do a phenomenal job in taking out buildings. And that was it. I think we all know the game was over a little while ago, but actually you look at the score and the game ends with Gray being 5,000 points higher than Red. So now onto that juicy chat. this is what was said. So Gray resigned. Then Vlad says, "Good game, mate." And Gray goes, "Nope." Red goes, "That was a tough battle." Yugeto says, "That was a stupid battle." Vlad says, "Don't be a bad loser. This game's going on the internet." Yugeto, "You just spam much shit. It's interesting. Don't be an idiot. You're nothing." Vlad responds, "It's beat whatever," with a bunch of exclamation marks and pounds and stuff. "Donk strategy you need to use." Yugeto, "Look at my stats, for example." And this is the best part. Vlad responds, "The stats say I won." Then Yugeto goes, "You are real life idiot. Bad luck. BBing." Vlad says, "You must be the guy who loses at chess but thinks you won because your queen is still on the board." Oh man, sometimes people get salty. But just I went to the statistics on the end of this game, and like I said, it is back and forth and kind of drawn out, and that's why I fast forwarded several portions of it. But look at that, over 2 KD, over double the amount of kills to deaths, and he still lost the game. Crazy. Good job, Vlad. Alright guys, we'll catch you later.